This is the number one podcast in Colorado, the Double Barrel Brothers Podcast. Here we go! Here we go! Get ready. Double Barrel Brothers are back to entertain you with our wits. You thought I was going to say, never mind. Music, comedy, sports, and from time to time, some smart acts. Find us on iTunes, Google Play, and all social media with our handle at DB Bros Podcast. Now, let's get the show started. 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you think about the new intro?
I like the countdown thing. Kind of messes me up, man. I'm not sure why, but okay, yeah.
Well,
no.
I mean, we can cut the countdown out.
No.
I mean, I'm not worried about that shit, but
let's just do it. Let's just do it.
It's a little different, but it gives all of our info out.
It does. It does.
You know,
no, it gets the point across. It's fine. It's fine the way it works. I don't want to mess with too much. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. We have never done this. Okay, we're going multi-angle. And we're going to try to make this super badass.
Yeah.
And I say try very skeptical and confident at the same time. I'm going to do the best we possibly can. We got a camera here. We got a
camera there.
Boom. That's a two-way street. We're going to have more cameras all the way around here. At one point in time, we moved to our new studio December 1st.
Oh, nice. It's 12/1.
Yeah.
Okay. What day is that?
That would be on the 1st.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, is it
well,
here, let me check, and I can check the calendar here.
Oh, I thought you were like going numerical. I was like, dude, are you trying to test me already?
So that's a Sunday.
We haven't even started.
That's the day of the Lord we're moving.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Much like Jesus, I'll be carrying things on my back. Heavy things on my back.
There you go. You already got it set.
So what's been going on with you lately? Anything exciting? Anything new?
New and exciting.
Yeah, not me either.
I'm
pretty boring guys.
Thinking, it's like the football thing with my kid, and
nobody wants to hear
everything.
About our kids.
It's just, it was a bummer. It was a true bummer. He got hurt halfway through the game, tore his shoulder, separated his shoulder, so he couldn't play the last half of his last game.
Yeah.
So that was a bummer. That's kind of like the eventful.
That's something. There's something in the air that's weird about. I'm serious, because last night I took Lucian changed wrestling clubs, right?
Right.
So he's been wrestling with the same club for 3-4 years now, and now they don't have anybody that's really at his level and his size type thing. So we had to move him over to a different club. So last night we go to the new club, and. Shout out to Pikes Peak Warriors Wrestling Club. Right on. Anyway, we go out to the new club, and there's plenty of kids his size. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm finally able. I've got a job now where I can actually be there for his practices. Yeah. They're warming up and they're doing bear crawl sprawls, and bear crawl, leg duck walking and all that stuff. And he pulls a hip flexor and literally at the warm ups. That's it. I have to take him home right after the warm ups.
Dude, the flexor is the worst.
Yeah, and he said it popped. So when it pops, he's like, it felt like my femur popped out of my socket and then back in. It's like, well, either way, it's not going to be nice.
Yeah, straight up Al Bundy style. My entire senior year of high school, hip flexor, it was done.
What'd you do? Did you pull the ligament? What'd you do?
Well, I was a punter, kicker.
Yeah,
defensive end.
You were a punter. A kicker?
I was.
Really?
Yeah.
You could get your legs straight up in the air like that?
You should have seen it. It was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, as a kicker, I'll put that bitch through the uprights.
Do you have pictures of you with like your legs straight up in the air?
I was in the news. I
would like to see some of those. Yeah. I would like to see some of that. That's pretty amazing.
I didn't make 4 touchdowns in one game. Never did it.
Yeah. Stop hitting the table. You're like, you're making the earthquake sounds go.
See, that's going to be the difference between the other table that we have that we're going to be putting in here.
Changing furniture.
Yeah.
So so we just got done with Halloween.
How was that for you guys?
It's different now because Lucian's big enough where he wants to go out on his own. Tynan, he stays home and hands out candy because he's at home getting, his music thing on and probably not very straight during that period.
Yeah, I was going to say his music thing.
Yeah. So he's handing out candy. He's like, if anybody even comes to my door, man, I'm going to give him all the candy. The first kid, all the candy, all the. I was like, because he lives in a building where it's like a bunch of college kids.
Yeah.
So it's right by UCCS, or I'm sorry. Yeah, right by UCCS. So it's just college people up in there. So he's like, if I even get a trick or treater, man, all of the county, they're getting all of it in one shot. I'm going to make their night. I was like, that's cool. All right.
I've gotten to the point where I just don't give a shit about Halloween, like at all.
That's not our family. We are so into it. It's crazy.
Well, I used to like dress out like every single time. Like I would come up with the most ridiculous things, and like I would make people laugh. And then now I'm just not making myself laugh, which takes the fun out of it, because I feel like I'm trying too hard.
Yeah.
And if you try too hard, you're not making other people laugh.
Jess and I, Alicia's 40th birthday was near Halloween, and she had a Halloween party for her birthday party. Mm-hmm. And one of her good friends threw an amazing party, man, like spreads, like the whole bit. I mean, it was pretty awesome. So everybody dressed up. So Lucian was the hair guy from
I know I saw the picture.
Yeah, Scoops whatever from the I can't even think of the name of the damn show. It's horrible. Anyway.
Damn it.
Yeah. He was that. Jess was Flo from Progressive. She pulled it off amazing. It was incredible. Yeah. And then I had a black and yellow t-shirt that was covered in blood. Yeah. And some antennae and a little stinger sticking off of my butt and a big old knife. I was a killer bee.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that works. I'm not saying I don't ever want to do it again. I'm just saying this year was a little different. My daughter's gone.
Once the kids grow up, it turns different.
My son just wanted to hang out with his friends and do whatever him and his friends do. And my other son was just chilling. And that was you.
I know. I was reaching for the computer and I accidentally did that. But no, the thing is now it's going to be cool to see, because we can stay home. We don't have to take them trick or treating or anything. So we can stay home and see all the different costumes that come. And there were some pretty good ones, man. My favorite one, the winner for me for the night, was a girl that had a round ring shower.
Okay.
Right? With the shower
curtain
around
Karate Kid?
her. Exactly. And
Bam.
she was Ralph Macchio. She had the headband on, and then you remember when he did that in the bathroom, and it was like, dude, you win.
I hope I win today, because that was the 80s.
It was.
I think we're going to get there.
We're going to get there. Stuff. So
but life is good though?
No,
life is good?
Well, it's always good, man. I mean, I really can't complain about anything. I do, but I shouldn't.
We always do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, what do you really got to complain about?
No, man, I have a wonderful house. The bills are paid. I got food in my belly. I got the love of my life laying next to me every morning when I wake up.
You're not working at a dealership.
Right. I'm not fucking in car sales anymore, thank God. The kids are healthy. And
let me give you one of these.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Raise your hand.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Got out of that business. Jesus. That is a life-sucking business. Anybody who does it, I feel sorry for.
I'm sure.
So they're probably listening right now because you have nothing to do for half the day, most of the day. But, yeah.
All right. So being that you're
old,
a complete decade ahead of me, all right, so you want to ask me stuff about the 80s. And, look, let's be honest with you. I was born in 81.
Listen, the reason why I brought up the 80s is because there's this show, and I think it's on Netflix or Hulu. Damn, I should probably know that. But it's called The Goldbergs.
Okay.
And it's amazing, right? And it's set in the 80s, and it's about this guy's, Adam Goldberg's family. His mom is Jessica. The youngest kid is Lucian. I mean, he's an intelligent, good-looking nerd, but he's smart and he's kooky wacky. The older brother is Tynan. He wants to be a rapper. He's just outlandish, fucking crazy, and all this stuff. And the dad, I don't think I'm much like the dad. I mean, the dad gets home and takes off his pants and sits in his underwear in his recliner. But he
raising my hand right now. I don't have a recliner. But
it is kind of funny though. But the show is amazing. Like it cracks me up. I just can't. Like we binge watch at night. We'll just watch episode after episode, and it's like you don't get tired of it. So, but anyway, that's what made me think of, man, the 80s was a killer time because we were watching the Goldbergs, and like to have a video camera, and this guy, all of these sitcom episodes, after the episode is over and you're like, there's no way that's real. He shows clips of the shit. He recorded his entire childhood on videotape. And he shows clips of what you just watched in the sitcom, the reality clip of it, of the bigger brother doing.
That's real.
It's amazing though what he does with the show. It's just really cool. So so watching stuff like that and seeing the way people dress. I mean, they do it right, man. Down to the cereal boxes when they're eating breakfast in the morning. Yeah. I mean, there's shit that just you're just sitting there and you're having flashbacks of stuff that you forgot back in the day, Right. The 80s was a killer time, man. I mean, I was between 10 and 19 years old in the 80s, but so I got to experience
the mom is the lady from the cop show on Comedy Central.
Okay.
Reno 911.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's
hilarious chick, dude. I mean,
she is funny.
You got to go back to that and watch that before you're able to do that. And she was also in the movie Bridesmaids, I want to say.
Okay.
And just ridiculous, dude. Everything that comes out of her mouth is like a winner.
No, she's hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. I love that your computer just talks back to us like
I know, right? Like
yeah, but she's funny. And I'm telling you right now, dude, if Jessica could play that role and just be herself. And that would be because she's obsessed with her youngest son. Like,
Loosh.
Everything, man. Like when he goes off to college, she's like, I went to school and got a teaching degree so that I can teach at your college. And yeah, it's like, oh my God, dude. Like
you're in for some shit right there.
Yeah.
We talked about it last time. Oh, for God's sakes.
It's going to be funny. So,
I hope the best for you.
Yeah. I'll be living in a RV parked outside of Stanford.
Yeah.
Shitter's full, Clark.
Yeah. Right. Shitter's full.
So, but the 80s, the 80s was an amazing time for me. I got to actually be a teenager during the entire 1980s era.
What was that like, dude?
It was, I'm not going to lie, it was kind of badass. I mean, you went through the whole, I was a rock and roll guy back then. So,
long hair.
Yeah, long hair sprayed up, wearing the guy liner.
You really did that?
I actually wore a guy liner. Well, I was in band. I was in bands.
I know. I just can't see it.
Shit. I know, but
I've seen pictures of you before. But I'm like, for God's sakes.
No, we grew out of it pretty fucking quick, every single one of us. But, and then you have long hair and you're like, you're 15, 16 years old I had hair down to my ass. I'm like, I'm going to be a rocker forever, man. I'm never going to cut my hair. And then at 29, 30 years old, you start receding a little bit. And it's like, well, maybe I will trim it down a little bit just so it doesn't look stupid. And then, you know what I am now.
Yeah, but if you look at all the tribute bands or even like the old school bands from the 80s, I mean, they're all still doing the same thing.
Yeah, no,
they rock it like they were rocking it, dude.
Well, because back then you didn't download music on your computer, man. You had to buy the CD or the album or the tape or whatever it was. But you know, at that particular time, you had to buy tickets to concerts to go see them. I mean, I don't think kids go to concerts like they did back then. We would save up money, and like if Ozzy was coming, or dude, it was the Monsters of Rock show at Red Rocks, amphitheater, and Slayer and Metallica and Anthrax and all these people were going to be there, man. It was like the world was ending. It was it. This was all we cared about. We're just going to get fucked up in the parking lot and go in there and mosh on stairs, concrete stairs. We're going to mosh.
Were you that guy? Because it didn't matter if you were black or white. It didn't matter. Like having the boombox on your shoulder,
I had it.
Rocking your shit, dude. Like
I was a
the
break
ghetto
dancer.
Blaster, and
I was a break dancer in junior high. We had a little break dancing.
Were you
crew.
good?
I was actually pretty fucking good.
My mom I'd pay to see.
Yeah, my mom put us into a contest because there was auditions for that show, Beat Street. That had Turbo in it and all that shit, and those guys that were there.
I'm trying to think, man. I'm just not that.
Yeah, but anyway, my little break-in crew was in the top 5 group of that. We actually battled against Turbo and all those guys that were actually in the movie, and we did. I was pretty good, man. I had some moves.
That's crazy.
I still throw them out every now and then. I'll see Lucian across the room and fucking toss it to him.
Well, I do that anyway, but I'm like horrible at it. I'm at like K-kicks and all that.
No, I was doing head spins and windmills. Dude, I was on point.
Do you have video proof of this?
No, and that's the problem. I mean, my mom might have. I doubt it. She's been through so many marriages. and she's okay with that. Mom,
I say no comment.
Yeah. It had to have been left in one of those those abandonments that happened somewhere along the way. But no, and then so from the breakdancing went right into, I mean, Michael Jackson was huge, so we were learning Michael Jackson dances. People actually just wore to school the red leather jacket, the pants, the one glove, the whole bit. I mean, the hats,
there was like 30 of these motherfuckers walking around.
It was amazing. And then Madonna got big, right? Yeah. And so all the girls were dressed as like either Cyndi Lauper, were the punk kind of girls that were, rebels, or they were dressed like Madonna. And yeah, I mean, it was a time. It was a good damn time for me. I thought it was a blast. Nothing like what I hear from the kids about school nowadays. Like we could get in fist fights out after school and nobody would tell on you. Yeah. And you just, if you did get caught, they'd call you to the office the next day and send you home for a day or two and whatever. Now, police are involved and it just turns into a nightmare now.
Yeah. The 80s for me, man, it's like I try to think back. I think that was like a blurry time because of all kinds of different things that was going on in my personal life. And mind you, I'm only like 8 years old.
8 years old
at the end of the 80s. But the one thing I do remember is Young MC. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Of course.
The Principal song and all this stuff. I knew every lyric there was to that shit.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And we went on vacations and stuff with, mind you, we were at Boys Ranch in Texas that had 24 boys in one home. One home. Wow. That's not to mention myself and my little brother before my other brother was born. And we'd go on vacations. We went to Red River, I want to say. And we stayed in this gigantic cabin. And the only thing that was blasting, I remember because it was the coolest shit ever. The ghetto blaster that they had, they were like 10-inch subs on each side.
The bigger you had one, the better you were, the cooler you were.
Yeah, they were getting with it.
Yeah.
And like, I just remember knowing every word to that song, and it was the coolest stuff ever, dude. I mean, that's one of my big moments of the 80s. The other ones, probably not so much. I don't know. So we're gonna dive right into some shit I probably am gonna fail at today.
It's okay though. I mean, you might not. I mean, there might be some stuff that actually triggers some memories and stuff like that. But what I want to throw at you is, and what people at home who are listening or watching the video, play along. Try to guess which theme songs these are. Because for me, one of the biggest things about the 80s was that television was completely different than it is now. There was no on demand. You couldn't just watch whatever whenever. You had to be home and in front of the TV
VHS,
at a certain time.
Please rewind.
Even before then, because unless you had money, you didn't have VHS recorders and all that crap. I mean, those were a big deal back then. Microwave ovens. Like, I remember my first friend that had a microwave oven. We were like, dude, let's go to his house. He's got a microwave. We can cook anything fast as hell. Yeah. Instead of going to my house and trying to cook quesadillas in the oven for 30 minutes, we can just zap it for 30 seconds.
I was telling my son, because I'm about to make a big highlight film of him, right? And I was telling him about some of this stuff, and he was like, I want to see some video of it. I was like, we don't have video. It's not necessarily like video. What it is, it's a VHS. Yeah, and we don't have anything that plays that. But I'm telling him, like, check tape. You want to check tape? Like, let's check tape. Come on, let's go. And we haven't gone that far.
Well, don't they have businesses now, though, that can take like a VHS tape and transfer it to a digital whatever?
They do.
But
I just haven't gotten that far. But
yeah.
I mean, but we were VHS. We were, walking around with our Walkmans.
You had money then.
No.
Your parents had money.
No, not at all. No,
dude, you came into it late. Then you weren't like the early '80s VHS tape recorders.
I remember my dad was having to haul, like doing scrap metal, to be able to get money every day.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
hustling.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it was. And my mom was babysitting, and it wasn't easy. If you're in the '80s and you're rich, that was a rare type thing.
Yeah, that's when money was money. Like you either had it or you didn't. You lived either middle class or you were up there or you were just, there wasn't, I don't remember homeless people being on the streets and begging for money and stuff like that. Not
don't take me down that road
but,
again.
But I mean, it was cool because you had rich friends that didn't judge you. You had, your poor friends who come over after school and eat, with you and all that stuff. And it was just different. It's just super different. You had to go places to see people, and if they weren't home, you didn't get to talk to them on the phone.
Like rotary phones.
Dude, the whole thing. Man, when you go by the cable that was like 25, 30 foot long so that you could walk around the house.
That's when you were like doing good with your life.
So you could walk around.
When you could walk around the corner with the phone, you're good.
Oh, yeah. I could go to the kitchen or my bedroom with my phone. It was badass. So prank calls, I mean, you'd call people up. There was no caller ID or anything like that. You'd call people up and make fun of them as kids. I mean, you'd get prank called, do stuff like that all the time. It was a blast.
Yeah. And every time the phone rang, you like darted. Like,
yeah.
Like you don't want anything screened. Like, it's the Knapp residence. Like, what's going on? Who is this? It's like, give me the phone.
Yeah, and if it was for your little sister or your brother, you'd hang up on them and tell them it's not here and hang up and just mess with your sisters and brothers.
Stupid shit, man.
I rode my bike all the way across town. Like, we lived up on North Carefree, close to where Powers is now, but Powers and all that out east was just where I rode my dirt bikes. I would take my motorcycles out there and ride, but everything out, farther than that was just dirt, and like Waste Management still had a place out there, and their motorcycle cops would come chase you, and it was like they'd have fun with you, they'd let you get away for a little bit so they could play too. But I'd ride my bike, my little BMX bike, from all the way over there, all the way down to downtown to Acacia Park and stuff like that to go hang out Friday and Saturday nights and watch the cruisers when I wasn't old enough to drive, and everybody be cruising the Ave, and it was just cool, man. It was a better time as far as I'm concerned.
It was much easier. It was very simple. Like the drama. I mean, the internet was just coming out. I think it was like late 80s, early 90s, right? But that was like straight up dial up, like.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like green screen, like the movie Weird Science was out, or War Games.
War Games,
stuff I was like that. So you got the, even NASA had like the really slow computer that would type out the words.
How are we still here right now?
Shit like that. So, but it was. I thought it was a much better time, man. I really do. I think technology has taken a lot away from us, but. Our kids don't know any different. So,
but what would you do? Okay, so we're going to get into the 80s stuff in a minute and go. If every technology was taken away, and you got to turn into the mountain man. I mean, shit, you already play the part.
Even like television, you mean gone, or are you just talking like internet? Based
electronics, everything. Because you think about it, if there's like a nuclear war or something crazy, everything shuts the hell down.
Yeah,
right. And you're just a survivor.
Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. Like how are you? Like, is this a possibility for you? I mean, are you okay with that? Because the way we live now is so much harder. It's so much more difficult. Because if we lose that stuff, could you imagine?
No, we depend on it quite a bit. Yeah. No, it's ridiculous.
Like, you remember the movie, what's it called? The Postman. With Kevin Costner.
Yes.
I mean, like, everything was done. They got in a big war, everything. And this dude, like, brought it out. Yeah. He found a horse. He found a dead dude with a suit on. And he decided that's what he was going to do. I mean, what would your reaction be, man?
Honestly, I think if I was on my own, it would be super difficult. If I was just alone, I mean, I would survive somehow, but it'd be a sumbitch, especially like being in Colorado with the cold and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But if you had like a group of people that, if shit hits the fan and we're all going to meet up here and we're going to take care of each other. I mean, I've got survival gear just stashed in my, I used to get the boxes that would come in monthly and with different shit and all that stuff. But I'm not by any means will I claim to be an expert at survival skills.
Can you start a fire?
Yeah, I can start a fire.
Okay, so you don't have to have anything
because I've got lighters in my survivor kit.
That doesn't count. What if they run out of fuel?
No, I could do friction fires.
Okay,
I could do a friction fire. Lucian can do a friction fire.
I believe that one.
Yeah, we worked on that with him and got him to be able to do that. So yeah, the fires wouldn't be an issue provided, you've got dry tinder and all that good stuff. I mean, we know how to get sap from the trees which is very flammable and use that, and make your little bird's nest. And I could do it. And the hunting portion of it would be a son of a bitch too, because a bow and arrow I'm not very good with anymore. I should probably brush up on those skills. So once I'm out of ammo, I'm probably out of food.
That's one thing that pissed me off about The Walking Dead is the dude with the bow and arrow. Mm-hmm. How come he has an unlimited supply of arrows? Like, we all know that this is not a fact.
Does he carve them? Did he like shave them down?
They're like, if you ever look at the show, they're like straight up industrial.
I think I watched like 2 seasons of it, and then it was like, Jesus Christ, how many more? I mean, this is the same shit over and over. Now it's just turning into a soap opera with a bunch of dead people walking around.
I haven't watched any of it.
Yeah, I watched like 2 seasons, but
I watched like the first, I don't know, 6 or so, but
we've talked about this before. Like, I've watched Naked and Afraid. I'm into the Survivor shows.
That's
I'm into
different,
Alone
though.
and all that. Yeah, it's different, but it's fucking reality too.
It's like, reality until you get saved.
No, yeah, absolutely. But think of how long they last. I mean, you don't see people go much longer than like 60 days. And they're like, I'm fucking losing my mind. I'm starving. I got bugs all over me. I can't do this anymore. And I mean, obviously you're not going to stay in one area if there's a, ridiculous amount of bugs eating you or anything like that, or dangerous predators. You're not going to stay, hopefully. Well, I mean, let the natural selection, let it take its course. But I'm saying, like for me, being up in the mountains and in the woods and things like that with the weather and such. And I mean, I've watched them build some pretty cool, forts and log homes and all that shit just on like alone.
Yeah. They get with it.
Yeah. You can get down and you can build yourself, some good shelters
but the problem I have with all that is that it takes so much more time than the 60-second bit that they have showing them like putting this cool ass freaking like pyramid structure.
Yeah.
That,
and the reality is you have to be eating because you're burning calories the entire time you're chopping that wood and doing all this. So yeah, I mean, we're getting way off topic.
No, what I was going to say, like, could you imagine that in the 80s? Could you imagine that? Do you think that anybody like I think what's the Grizzly dude's
Adams.
name?
Grizzly Adams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. People like him, like I grew up watching him.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, for a fact, like if you were a friend of his, then you're set. You're good to go.
Yeah, no, there was more. I think people were more apt to have that capability back then because they weren't so dependent on the technology that we have now and whatnot. Yeah.
Looking at the phone with like,
yeah, no, you had to actually go out and I mean, even physically, we were way better off back then. If you look at dance shows were popular. We were roller skating as kids, man. We're cruising around on roller skates. Now kids just sit and roller skate on video games or they're watching someone else play a video game on their screen or whatever the case may be. I mean,
it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, my God. We put our kids in sports and we have them doing extracurricular activities to keep them active, but there's some people that can't afford to put them in football or wrestling or something like that. So their kids literally just sit at home and they play video games, or sit on their phone the entire time. So, the sedentary lifestyle that we live nowadays compared to back then, I think absolutely back then we would have been more apt. People had a higher, propensity to have those skills back then, I think. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too. And I just think like if you can imagine like your family, like for you, early 70s, early 80s, they're teaching you like the bare essentials.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't teach you, okay, well, this is how you program your phone. This is not it. This is not how you do it. Okay. They say, okay, if you answer your phone, the phone in the house, one phone, it's the suede resonance.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like straight across.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I call my son to wake him up in the morning, or if I have to go down, and I'm like, Gabe, get up.
Yeah, that's funny. See, that shit's funny to me. Jessica and Lucian do that shit too. They'll text each other in the house, and it's like, are you guys kidding me right now?
Well, he lives 2 stories underneath me. I'm on the top floor.
Doesn't freaking matter.
No, dude. I know, and I still make my way down there because he doesn't get up, man. He just doesn't get up. But I mean, it's.
You go down there and do what parents used to do and rip the covers off of him and take him out of the room, get him where he's laying there butt naked in the freaking cold, whatever he's got to do, or in his boxers or whatever he does, and
I slap him,
pull his pillow,
I yell at him. Yeah.
All right, well then you get in trouble for not showing up to school on time.
Dude,
that's how we did it.
We can't go down that road right now.
I mean, we used to walk to school. We used to get up on our own.
Uphill both ways.
No, I know, but but like, how many kids actually walk to school nowadays? Parents are getting their kids Ubers to school and home and all that shit. I mean, that's
where are you living?
That's silly. Well, you know where I live, but I'm saying that's a reality though. I don't see very many
really?
kids. Yeah, absolutely. How many kids do you see walking into school? Unless they live within a block or two. Like, I'm talking.
Well, I don't know where they live, but I mean,
do you see them? Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, it used to mess me up when I saw, it was at my son's junior high school, and a cab.
What is it with you and the table, dude?
Good Lord. Okay, so, like, roll up in a cab in the drop-off lane.
Who did?
Some random kid.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Come to find out, it was his dad. That was his job. Like,
you're all damn, dude.
Let's stop judging.
You got money. You can afford cabs every day. That's pretty badass. But no, yeah, I think it was a way better time as far as a lot of that goes. I mean, we would be 8, 9 years old out there wrenching on our own bikes, man. I mean, one dude had a PK Ripper and the other dude had a Roger DeCoster Mongoose, and we'd be swapping out forks and, crankshafts and all that stuff. And I mean, we were working on that stuff on our own nowadays. I don't see much of that going on.
It was the same thing with skateboards.
I don't see,
all that. Tony Hawk and Santa Cruz.
Yeah. But how many kids nowadays do you see out when you drive down a neighborhood nowadays in the middle of summer, how many kids do you see out on the driveway wrenching on their shit or playing in, or, you know what I mean, throwing a football in the middle of the street anymore? I mean, it's just not common. Back then, you couldn't go down a residential street without seeing a million kids playing. Every kid in the neighborhood was playing together. They were all out there.
And you just had to be home by the lights turned on.
Yeah, or whatever, unless you were a rebel like me. Then I just come home when I want and I take my whoopings.
Shit, that was 5 minutes ago. What?
But no, I think it was a cool time. And one of the big things was these television shows that were in the 80s, man. We were influenced, lifestyles and dress and, the things you did, the music you listened to, things like that were influenced heavily by the television shows that you watch, and they would, MASH was like the longest running sitcom ever. It had more views than anything even nowadays. I mean, there was some pretty cool stuff. So speaking of that,
well, I was thinking 18 as well. I know. Yeah. I know. Like 18
some of your favorites.
Shit.
Yeah. There were some good ones. There were some. See, Mork and Mindy. Like, that was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Did you get to watch that?
I did.
Were you a little late on that?
No, I did.
Reruns or
no, I was there.
Yeah. But, so see, you're in. You got it down. Let's
Nanu.
Let's see what some of your knowledge is on some of these 80s television theme songs.
I'm gonna just like.
You're gonna bomb.
I'm gonna get trashed.
Well, that's okay. I'm probably gonna bomb your test too. So,
okay, go ahead. All right,
all right. So I'm gonna give you like 15 seconds of each one of these, and we'll see how you do.
All right, hold on. All right, go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, your first 80s TV show theme song.
Golden Girls. It's not Golden Girls. It's the group of a bunch of girls. What is the friggin' name? No, don't even say it. Don't even say it because
it's a family. It's a family show. It's a show about a particular family.
Yeah, and they got one of the girls is Tootie.
One of the girls is Tootie. No. Nope, you're thinking of the wrong show. Nope, that's not it. So the answer is Growing Pains. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I do, because I would watch it. But they had a
couple daughters, couple sons. It was like
and then one kid
friends
with one kid with
Mike Seaver. Remember Mike Seaver? Yeah, that was them. So, all right, here comes your next one.
Wouldn't you like to get
away?
Come on, if you can't get this.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody.
Come on, that's easy. That's Cheers, dude. Come on.
All right. Yep. The answer is Cheers.
That's Golden Girls.
Yes, it is. He finally got it.
Attitude. Would you stand up and walk out?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Lend me your ears and
It's got that.
you a song.
I know the show. I just gotta think of the
I
song.
will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby,
Come on.
Hold on. It's the one with what's that girl's name? Oh shit, forget it.
The Wonder Years.
Thank you. What's the girl's name? That's what I was thinking.
Hell if I know.
I couldn't get it out.
We're not trying to guess the
No.
on the show.
The name on the show. Shit.
Who? The daughter?
No, the girlfriend, like the girl that he was always trying to get after.
Oh, the pretty little one.
Yeah,
with the dark hair and
now she's on all the Lifetime movies.
Yeah, she wore the sweater and the
Son
skirt
of
all
a
the time.
bitch. I
Not
knew
bad.
that one too.
Stop hitting the table, damn it! All
It's
right,
not my fault.
here it comes. Oh yeah, come on!
This is one I will not know.
But I think you do know it.
Hold on. I've got nothing. I have 0 on this one.
Michael J. Fox played the son.
Nope. Sorry.
Really?
Dude, I was freaking like
Okay, I'm just listen. You don't
I
have
was
to
young
get
as hell.
defensive.
I was young as
okay.
hell. How am I supposed to do this?
So that's Family Ties.
Okay.
You recognize it now? Yeah.
No.
No.
I know the show.
Too easy.
Oh, come on, the Bundys, dude. Come on.
Like a horse and carriage, this I tell you.
Name the characters.
You can't have one
Al Bundy, his wife,
What's his wife's
and the
name?
other ones. Oh, shit. You're not going to beat me on that one.
Come on.
The only
You got
reason I
Al
know...
Bundy. Who's the wife?
Okay. Man.
Peg Bundy.
Peg Bundy. Thank you.
Who's the son?
I can't remember his damn name. Bud. Who's the daughter?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Dude, like, okay. So, like, Al Bundy, the only reason, like, I go back to that, and anytime that I watch that is, like, to me, like, I try to show my sons because it's always like an Al Bundy moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I remember back in the day when I did this.
Do you remember what he did for a living?
Yeah, it was a shoe salesman.
Yeah. It's a shoe salesman that flirted with all the women.
Yeah.
Remember he had a foot fetish?
Yeah,
He
it was
actually had a
horrible.
foot fetish.
It was horrible.
It was like he would cheat on his wife in his mind every day at work with all these. Remember the women would come
Get out
in.
of here, woman.
And he'd be like stroking their feet. Oh, wow, you look great in this. Like all the crazy stuff. Who was it? Was it Bud? What did Bud do? Oh, I can't remember. Bud was like a DJ, or he wanted to be a DJ or something. I can't remember. He had a rapper name too, I think, something like that. Funny. And Peg was just the horny housewife.
Yeah, look at her now, though.
And Al didn't want anything to do with it. Remember, it was like when Peg when he finally gave it up to Peg, she was like running up the stairs. She was all excited. Yeah, nobody like that anymore. Okay, here we go.
Oh, this is a going up the east side. It's the Junkyard one. You know what I'm talking about.
It's not the Junkyard one. So during that music, each individual actor would walk out and do a little dance, and then they'd peel off, and then and then the star of the show would come out and he'd do this.
You're telling me that was
You got it. Come on, man.
You could have some of my Jello.
No. Talk about the pudding. You're going to eat the pudding. You can't have the meat if you don't eat the pudding.
Your face right there makes this entire cast so much better. Oh my god!
It was the Cosby Show, man. That was the Cosby Show. I can't believe you didn't get that one. We even talked about this one.
It's the military one. It's a This is not A-Team, is it? No.
It doesn't have anything to do with military. We talked about this one. You even said his catchphrase. Mork and Mindy, dude.
This shit is hard, dude. This is really hard.
All right, come at me with some stuff. Come at me with it. What do you got? What do you got for me?
Well, I didn't have a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of anything because you were telling me that this is all for me.
That's okay. It's okay. But then we got here and you said, I've got some trivia for you.
I have no idea what's on this button right now.
Okay.
I have no idea.
In mind. VD, I'm really into penicillin. That's funny.
What?
That was really loud.
Yeah, you shut me off.
Sorry, well, I thought it was blowing your ears up. Let's try it one more time. You get one more time.
In mind. VD, I'm really into penicillin. That's funny.
What am I supposed to be guessing?
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
80s movie, yeah.
A movie. I have no idea.
Neither do I, because I can't remember what I put in there. This one should be a lot better. All right, here we go.
So, at last we meet for the first time for the last time.
Why are they so short, dude? They're like
it's a
so
movie.
short.
It's movie quotes. If you don't know that one, I will be disappointed in you.
You're going to be disappointed.
Even worse than me not knowing any of this 80s
okay,
shit.
so here's the thing. I am horrible. Now, if Jessica was here, she'd nail every single one of these.
All right, I'm going to give it to you again. Here we go.
So, at last we meet for the first time for the last time.
Is this like Enter the Dragon or a martial arts movie? Or
Okay, no.
what is it?
I'll give you a hint. It's
Yeah, give me a hint.
It's in space.
Okay. Oh, is it Ming? Was that Ming?
No.
Is it Flash Gordon?
At last we meet for the first time for the last time.
I have no freaking idea.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs? That was Spaceballs? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was going to do
it
the
makes
Schwartz.
sense now.
I was going to do
Schwartz, I would've got
my
it.
Schwartz is the bigger than your Schwartz.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. I would have got it then, but
All right,
keep going.
let's see what we got. This is the
I wish they were longer. That's the only thing.
Well,
I need more.
The difference between music and movie quotes.
I get you. I gotcha.
All right. I can't even remember what I put.
These
in
aren't
there.
even like great movie quotes, though. I mean, the dude going. That's freaking. What is that? What the fuck? How am I supposed to get that?
This is the first time for the last time.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
That's Rodney. It's
Hey,
Rodney.
everybody, we're all going to get
I
laid.
don't know why I pushed that
So that's Rodney Dangerfield. Is that's the one where he's going back to school?
again. No.
Damn it! But it's Rodney Dangerfield.
No, actually it is, but
Is it back
do
to
you know the
school?
name?
Huh? Back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the name of the fucking movie, isn't
No.
it? Whatever.
It's Caddyshack.
Oh, okay. So that's not the one we went to college. That was Caddyshack. Damn. That's a good movie.
All right. So hold on one second. We are not done here. I don't know what's about to happen, but I gotta back up here. So, since we're not looking at the same thing, the worst part about these is that they don't just like transition one to one. There's some narration going on with these guys, and it's horrible. All right, whatever. Let's see what this is.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
We're on a mission.
Airplane.
Done.
Got that one. Come on. That's one of the biggest ones.
All right, we are not tied yet. All right, here we go.
You mean I haven't missed enough yet?
Oh, this is a bunch of them. Oh, you can't why did they do that?
Obviously, you didn't set this up. Let me give you some.
I was trying to before you came in. We were like, oh,
give me volume on my mic over here, and I'll give you another theme song. Ready?
It. Is that man, this is really hard. I know it, but I don't know it.
So there's a really short guy in it.
Oh, you're talking about Taxi.
Yeah,
There
nice
we go.
job.
There we
well
go. There
done.
we go.
Well done. Good job.
Well, you gave it away with a short guy because the only short guy that's in movies anymore is Danny DeVito.
Well, come on. No, Tom Cruise is a midget.
Yeah, he is. Nobody would know that though if you look at him.
Patrick Swayze was like 5'4".
No way.
That's pretty damn close, dude. Yeah, he was short.
He made him look huge in freaking Roadhouse.
Yeah, no, they had to pick actresses that were small as shit to play his counterparts, and then they put lifts in his shoes.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he is. Sylvester Stallone's short. He's a midget.
He's only short because he's had a lot of back surgeries.
Because he's had a lot of being punched in the top of the head.
Yeah, just like doom,
just beat him down.
Well, that's what they said about Hulk Hogan, or even Hulk Hogan said that is that he was 6'9".
That's like saying if I jump rope all my life, then I'm going to be way short.
Yeah, but he said
I understand
he was
Bones do too.
6'9", and after all of his surgeries, he's down to 6'2".
He was never 6'9". I promise you, Hulk Hogan was never 6'9". Maybe in the fucking wrestling boots that had a 6-inch heel, but you know, like Kiss. They borrowed their boots from
Power leg
Kiss.
from that one. You want the 24-inch pythons?
Let me give you another one over here.
Now the world don't move to the beat of
Just one
What
job
might be right for you?
may not be right for some.
A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes.
All right, stop it.
No!
Stop it.
That was the
Redo
name
it.
of it right there.
Redo it.
It was giving you the answer.
I understand that, but redo it because I want to try to guess it before.
All right, let's try it.
Not be right for some.
It's definitely catchy.
Man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got.
I'm not giving it to you.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Because that's the answer. So here, okay, I'll give you the premise. A rich white guy with a daughter adopts 2 inner city youths and raises them as his own.
Is that no? It's not. I was gonna say Webster, but it's not Webster.
I just gave it to you. I just gave you the thing.
I didn't hear it.
I know, because you're not paying attention. You never do.
Takes different strokes.
Oh my God!
You can't remember the lyrics to the songs. Here you go.
Frank. All right, we were talking about this last time earlier.
Come on, it already gave it to you.
The facts about you, yeah.
No,
Or
the what? What did you just say?
It's son of okay, dude.
It's the facts of life, brother.
Facts of life.
All right, give me some more.
But that's what I was talking about. With her name is, or the black girl is Tootie.
That is the facts of life.
See?
Yes. Yeah, but you had a totally wrong show. That was a white family.
I get that, but this one has like 8 girls in it.
Yeah, because it's like a dorm or some shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A
And
girl's
then-
home. No, it's a girl's home.
Yeah, and the older mom is like
She's the house mom.
the redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some of yours. Go ahead.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
Oh, is that it?
That's everything I have. Oh my God.
Let me give you a couple more, and then we'll kill this. We'll be done with it. Let me find some good ones here. I don't want it to be super. Oh, this might be good. Come on, let's try this. Ready?
I know my parents loved me.
Oh, Aretha.
I can already tell you right now, I have no clue.
No clue?
No clue at all.
Yeah, it's a different world. Let me try one more here. Let me
It's
see.
easy when you were a teenager living in this shit.
Hey, I'm not taking that away from
Throw
you
some
at all.
cartoons at me. I knocked that shit out real quick.
What about this? Well, let's catch up to ourselves.
Is that Murphy Brown?
It's Knots Landing. So yeah, it's totally.
Knots Landing? I've never even heard of that show.
I was actually going to be upset at you if you got that one. I was going to be a little upset.
You throw some like Dallas at me or some like.
See, Dallas, who shot JR?
Yeah.
Who shot him?
Who shot him?
Who shot him?
Who shot him?
Tell me.
I don't know.
The world knows.
Well, I don't.
No, I don't either. I don't remember who did it.
They came out with a remake just because of that.
Did they?
Yeah.
Because nobody remembered who shot Jake. Nobody gave a shit. That's what it was.
JR died? What?
All right, let's see if we can. Man, the internet is so slow here. I apologize. Okay, never mind. Don't worry. We're not doing it. We're going to kill it. So, but yes, the 80s were an amazing time, and I hope that we brought some nostalgia to your little brains. Or your big brains, whichever ones you have.
Think about it. Maybe we should do, like, I'm not going to do 70s. I mean, I could throw down some 70s stuff, but I wasn't even alive.
I mean, I was your age in the 80s. The age you were in the 80s, that was me in the 70s. I could do some disco. I could do some television shows from the 80s or from the 70s. I mean,
are you good with the Bee Gees?
Yeah, of course. I mean, disco.
Are you good with the impression?
No.
Staying alive.
No, see, I can't. No, have you ever heard me scream?
No.
Like horror movie scream?
No, of course not.
I can't do it. I'm fucking dead. I'm telling you right now. If I'm reliant on a loud scream for someone to know that I'm in trouble, I'm done, man. I really can't do it. I'll do it for you after. I'll do it for you after the podcast, just to show you. But it's dude. I can't get any.
Is it more just like a breath?
I don't know what it is. Yeah. I'll do it. You want me to do it? I'll move the mic away. All right.
Go ahead.
It's this.
See?
That's exactly what my scream sounds like. That's me literally trying to get high, and no, I can't do it.
That's your bear sign. That's like a bear call. Like a mating call.
Or it could just be someone,
If I hear that shit, I'm coming for you.
Are you?
I'm gonna save you.
All right.
I'll save you.
I hope you're near, because something's not going to travel very far.
Something like that. I mean, it's going to go down the valley and it's going to come all the way back up to the north side.
Well, if technology fails and we have to go back and survive, then that'll be my call. Not my mating call. Don't come running. Don't come running if I do that.
Why not? Why can't we?
Sounded like you needed some, Mike.
Come on.
Yeah, all right, buddy.
Listen, this is what you have to do. You're going to bend over.
You grab a hold of that tree with both hands.
Don't let go.
Not that tree, the other one, the short one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for participating in the first videotaped podcast.
This is going to be weird.
It's going to be interesting. So we're going to edit this up and get it done for you. Hopefully, we're just going to move up and onward and get some really cool guests in here and take this thing to another level. So we want to thank our sponsors. We just did. There's none.
CrossFit DNR, we love you. Vest for Life, we love you. Also, Mission 22, we love you.
We love RU Tattooed. We love
RU Tattooed. Yeah. So we love a lot of people. We just gotta. Gotta get some back.
I'd like to thank Raising Cane's for moving in right up the street from my house. Thank you so much.
Is
love
that place
chicken.
really that good?
I do like it, dude. The chicken is very tender and juicy and warm. It's always very hot. I like the dipping sauce too.
Yes,
and it's pretty simple, dude. It's like there's 3 things you can order. That's it. You can order a 2-piece, a 3-piece, or
you cannot fuck that up.
No.
You cannot mess it up.
And the Texas toast, man, like it's if you just put your tongue on the garlic butter side, you can just let it sit there.
I know we're leaving, but is that the reason like In-N-Out and like Raising Cane's, all of them are so popular because you don't have to think about what you want?
I think so.
It's like, yeah,
they do less than a handful of things, and they do them very well. I think that's what the success is. Yes, you don't need a menu of a plethora of decisions to make, and God, I can't tell which combination I want. No, just give me 3 damn things and a piece of toast and some fries with it and a soda, and I'm solid, man.
It took me 25 minutes at Cheesecake Factory to have any clue what I was going to do.
Yeah, that's some good food too.
Yeah, but they you've seen their menu then.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. It's like reading a book, like a chapter.
And you kind of got to know your stuff because you got to know what some of this, I mean, that's high end stuff there that you're eating.
And you might screw up.
And the more you pay for it, the less of it you get. So this has been the Double Barrel Brothers podcast. I am Dropkick Mike.
Vanilla Gorilla. We are.
Peace out.
Out.